she has lived up to expectations, right? I'm looking at her the way I look at LeBron James, right? For us, just in the women's side of things, and the hype that she had, the expectations she had.
Let's start with the rookie, Caitlin Clark-Kent. Superwoman, you see what I did there? She was on a tear, and last night was no different. Wings, fever. Caitlin Clark set to go as she broke the single-season assist record.
She's been playing like a top 5 player in the league. She's been regularly dishing out double-digit assists in that time frame. Teams can no longer blitz her and trap her.
The Indiana Fever just dodged a bullet that could have changed women's basketball forever. Their accidental leak of the protected players list revealed they're keeping Caitlin Clark safe from the expansion draft. But here's the kicker. Some of their other choices are raising eyebrows. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great! Thank you so much. Now, back to the video. Imagine a world where Clark ends up on another team before even suiting up for Indiana. It almost happened. We're diving into the leak, the list, and why some fans are freaking out about who else made the cut. Picture this. It's just another Tuesday in the WNBA offseason. Fans are scrolling through their feeds, expecting the usual trade rumors and workout videos. Then boom, the Indiana Fever's protected list pops up on social media. This isn't just any list, it's the holy grail of team strategy.
She's the first rookie to win WNBA Player of the Month since the award's inception in 2010, and last night it was no exception. They were sky high for Caitlin Clark and the Fever, but to start the season, they had a little bit of a rough go of it. They lost their first 5 games. They ended up 1-8 through their first 9 games, and during that first month, the playoffs, they didn't feel realistic at all. Indy entered the Olympic break 11-15 on the year, and then they really turned it around. They've won 7 of their 8 since. They clinched a playoff berth for the first time since 2016, which, by the way, was the last year of Hall of Famer and franchise icon Tamika Catchings.
Showing exactly who they want to keep safe in the upcoming expansion draft. Now, this list is supposed to be top secret. Even the players don't know if they've made the cut, but someone in the Fever's social media team must have had a major brain freeze. They posted it for the world to see, then quickly deleted it. But you know how the internet works. Those screenshots spread faster than gossip in a locker room. Fans went wild. Was this real? Did someone hack the Fever's account? Or did an intern just lose their job in spectacular fashion? Twitter exploded with theories. Some people thought it was a fake to throw off other teams. Others were already planning how to steal the unprotected players. Can you imagine being in the Fever's front office when this happened? That poor social media manager probably wanted to crawl under their desk and never come out. There were probably some very loud conversations happening behind closed doors. But here's the real kicker. This accidental post revealed the Fever's entire game plan for keeping their superstar rookie, Caitlin Clark. No surprises there. Of course, they want to hang on to the most hyped player in years. But that's not even the craziest part of this whole mess. The real shocker, some of the other names on that list.
WNBA Player of the Week. There have only been 40 triple-doubles in the history of the WNBA. Cheryl Swoops recorded the first WNBA triple-double during the 1999 season, while Caitlin Clark logged the most recent triple-double earlier this week. She now has 102 on the season and is 19 away from Diana Taurasi in second place and 26 away from UNESCO of the New York Liberty. She ain't beating Asia Wilson for the MVP, but she's beating Angel Reese for the Rookie of the Year. That's a wrap. That's over. And props to Angel Reese, who's had a good year, by the way.
We're talking choices that have fans and analysts alike scratching their heads. It's like the Fever decided to throw out the playbook and go for a Hail Mary pass with their roster strategy. So who else made the cut? And who's getting left out in the cold? Let's break down this list and see just how wild the Fever's plans for next season really are. The Fever's protected list is out, and it's raising more questions than answers. 6 players safe. But at what cost? We're about to see why some fans are calling this the biggest gamble in WNBA history. Trust me, the last name on this list is gonna blow your mind. Let's break down this crazy list. Obviously, Caitlin Clark is there. No shock there. She's the rookie sensation everyone's talking about. But some of these other names, they've got people scratching their heads. Aaliyah Boston made the cut, and that's a no-brainer. She's a former first overall pick and one of the best bigs in the league. Boston's a beast on both ends of the floor, and she's a key piece for the Fever's future. Then you've got Kelsey Mitchell. She's a scoring machine and a veteran who keeps the offense flowing. No surprises there either.
We err on the side of professionalism in a lot of different ways, and we can only control what's in our organization within our people. And that, I mean, me personally, we don't condone those kind of things. No. I would say my most memorable moment was my first time seeing the amount of fans. I don't know if it was like this is crazy moment. I think for me what was most glaring is, for one, the amount of eyes that was gained through this process, for seeing us play and seeing us represent what is the game.
Lexi Hull is on the list too, and that's where things start to get interesting. She's not a superstar, but fans love her. Hull's one of those players who does all the little things right, diving for loose balls, taking on tough defensive assignments. She's the glue that holds the team together. But here's where it gets wild. Nalissa Smith is protected, and that's got fans talking. Remember all that drama with Smith last season? Yeah, it's coming back into play now. The Fever are betting big on her potential, but some fans aren't so sure. And the last spot, it went to Temi Fagbenle. I know, right? Fagbenle's a veteran with a winning attitude, but she's been struggling with injuries. Some fans are freaking out that the Fever chose her over younger players like Grace Berger. Speaking of Berger, she's one of the big names left off the list. She might not have gotten much playing time last season, but a lot of people see her as a future star. And what about Damiris Danta? She's got the experience and scoring efficiency the team needs. It's clear the Fever are taking a huge risk here. They're gambling on potential over-proven talent. It's like they're playing chess while everyone else is playing checkers. But is it a genius move or a massive mistake? This protected list isn't just about keeping players safe, it's about the future of the Indiana Fever. They're showing us their whole game plan for next season and beyond. Will it pay off?
Trying to just go get some groceries and someone fist bumps me and says, "Go Fever." Like, that's just a really cool environment, and it shows, the dedication of the fans and the fandom in the city. So that part's been awesome. People were just so excited to come support the Fever. We felt that in our preseason games. We felt that even on draft night, we filled Gamebridge, which felt crazy. The start of the season, I feel like people, once we found out we had the #1 pick, and once Caitlin declared, that kind of changed things, I think, for the city a little bit. Like, we're not even doing anything in Gamebridge, and people are excited to watch the screen and see who we draft. So I think it's been so awesome, and just the growth has been insane.
Only time will tell. But one thing's for sure, the next few weeks in the WNBA are going to be wild. Expansion draft drama, here we come. This leak isn't just about a list, it's about the future of the Indiana Fever, and maybe even the WNBA. The Fever are playing a dangerous game here, and it could change everything. Think about it. They're keeping Caitlin Clark, sure, but some of those other choices, they're betting big on potential. It's like they're building a team for 3 years from now, not next season. That's crazy risky. And what about the players they left off? They're not happy. We might see some serious drama in the locker room. Plus, other teams are probably licking their chop, ready to snatch up those unprotected players. The next few weeks are going to be wild. We might see trades, we might see drama, we might even see the whole league shaken up. Fever started something here, and who knows where it's going to end.